So we've done a bunch of updates today, and I figured I'd show you all. Meant to record this earlier while we were doing it, but we've had constant traffic all day. I have been doing a terrible job of recording trade-ins, but we have Tanner here today. You have been bringing in stuff all week. It's good stuff. What was it, Sega CD and Saturn, or was it just Sega CD yesterday?
Yes, Sega CD, no Saturn.
And then we had some Genesis that he brought in. What else did you bring in?
It's been a little bit of everything.
It's been pretty much everything, and like there's been like generally there would be like one like pretty good item, but today he decided to bring in his Pokemon cards, and it's not bad stuff. We have just this page alone, I think, does a good job. Got a Dark Charizard, Blastoise, Venusaur. Got some more Hollows. We got some Fossil, Jungle, Team Rocket. Got some Japanese. Nothing crazy there. More Hollows. Fossil, Jungle, Base Set 2, Mewtwo. Got some, well, I guess most of these are Hollow on this page too. And then finally this page, a bunch of Hollows. But the big thing is Tanner just straight up walked in with a first edition Team Rocket. I would say it's probably medium to light play. There's definitely some scratching on the Hollow on the front, and then there's some whitening on the back. But why do you have all of this stuff?
Because I was a child and you played with these things.
Yeah,
that's how you did it.
No one has this stuff anymore. Everyone has like sold it, thrown it away, put it in a garage sale. Oh, and he also had the Dark Magician of Chaos first edition from IOC, Invasion of Chaos. Why do you have such good stuff?
We just played when we were kids. That's what you did. We just held on to it, you know.
And now he's bringing it all in. He's trading in. He's done cash with everything else, and I assume...
I don't know. We'll have to see.
We'll have to see.
Wait for the sweet deal on this Rock Band box.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, so yesterday he brought in a Rock Band empty box, because I guess Price Charting has it at $100. But unfortunately, I did pass on an empty Rock Band box. I don't know why anyone is buying that for $100, but... And then we have Zach over here. So Zach is the one that introduced Tanner to us. He's shopping around. Tell me a little bit about you and why you're here and what kind of stuff you brought me today.
So today just was a lot of just bulk stuff that's not in the collection. My big collection is N64 boxes.
Okay.
Really, me and my wife started hunting 3 years ago. You know, we found other channels and we kind of just walked around and there's no one in Kansas City. Yeah. And so I was scrolling Facebook one day. Actually, my wife found you.
Okay,
she was
cool.
like, hey, look at this. And so we loaded up the car. We came in here. My son loves the plushies because he's a big Pokemon guy.
We have a nice little plushie.
Yeah, so he's really into Eevee right now. And then I was sitting at home and he called me Askley and he's just like, hey, what are you doing today? I said, oh, I'm going to go to this new store. I'm going to go to the Nerd Nation and we're going to figure out what's going on.
Yeah.
And he was like, oh, you think he'll take my stuff? And I said, oh, probably. It doesn't hurt. So the last 3 days, he called me up and he goes, you got to tell me what you got. So we spent 3 or 4 hours going through it and going through boxes. And then it's just...
He's got all kinds of stuff.
I had the same sheets of Pokemon. I tried to mine away for an N64 5 years ago. So, well, you make trades and you do different deals. But so much of it has just been...
Sitting around.
Yeah, sitting around. And so, yeah, a lot of stuff I brought today. There's some good stuff. There's some bad stuff. It's just stuff that's been collected and that doesn't fit with my collection just from shows on Whatnot or shows on just random garage sales and stuff like that.
So I think all of this is yours, right?
Yeah, all of that's mine.
So he did kind of freak me out, and I was like, this is a reshell, correct? And he said, yeah, it is. So obviously, if it wasn't a reshell, this would be a pretty big piece.
Now, to be fair, maybe he sent me the wrong one. Maybe it's not.
Maybe he sent you the original on accident. But we got Aragorn's nice and sealed, and then we have Fellowship of the Ring, GBA in the box. That's super nice. I don't think I've ever even seen this. It's probably not worth anything, but
probably not. But it's all in the. And then there's like your staples for NES,
Mario's, yep,
2, all those, and then Mario Party 2.
Wii Sports Manual in there.
Wii Sports Manual. There is the Holy Grail, which this means at one point I own this game because I have the manual, but.
Oh, I think you told me about this.
Don't have the game, don't have anything, but I've got the random manual sitting around.
Oh man, is that for PS2?
PS2, that's the big one, and so that's what I was very very upset. Yeah, because I even had a look, and I was like, yeah, PlayStation 2 format.
Yep.
But it's the same thing. Like, we were going through his. He had like 7 random Pokemon Blue manuals, and he goes, I didn't own this game, so I don't know where these games are. And I'm like,
That's crazy.
But-
It's so interesting. I find this every once in a while. People will, if they're selling all their games all at once, and they'll have like 3 copies of the same game. And I'm like, why'd you have 3 copies? They're like, I have no idea.
well, and that's what I was just telling him. So my big point is, just casually has that.
Casually just has a Charizard. He just pulled it from his car.
It's not in the sleeve.
Oh no, hold on, let me do it. All right, we're gonna stop recording so I can do surgery on this card, but we'll let you all know what we offer. It'll be 2 different offers. It'll be for the cards and then everything Zach brought in. So we worked out a deal. First, I'll go over what I worked out with Tanner. He did not want to sell all of his cards, which I totally get. Beautiful cards. I told him if he ever changes his mind to please bring them back, which I don't blame him. A lot of them are the commons, uncommons, non-hollows. So, but there was a shoebox of them, and they're not just thrown in there, like they were nicely put in there, so there was a lot of them. We worked out a deal. This is like commons, uncommons. There is a red cheeks in there, but then more of the highlight. I'll go over some of the hollows real quick. So we got the Meowth, just some additional hollows in here. There's the red cheeks, so it actually wasn't in that stack. Espeon, the Mewtwo, everyone loves that card. Just some nicer cards, and then of course, we did work out a deal on the first edition Team Rocket. He wanted to keep his base set Charizard. Don't blame him, because they're beautiful cards. And I mean, like if I had my original Charizard, I'd probably want to keep it too. And then we worked out a deal on the Neo Destiny, I think, Japanese. So we've worked out several deals. Do you think I screwed you on this? Do you think this is do you think I give you a fair offer?
According to Justin, absolutely not. Yeah.
Wait, absolutely not. Screwed you or gave you a good deal?
No, it was a good deal.
Okay, good.
No, I feel good about it. At the end of the day, these are going to somebody that wants them too.
Yes, so. Yeah. The first edition Charizard is probably going to go home with me.
There you are.
And I've not taken anything from the store yet. Anything that's walked in, that's the first thing that I'm like.
See,
it's going to be hard not to do. So we worked out 160 cash, 150 store credit. So shout out to Tanner for bringing stuff in. And then we're going to talk to Zach real quick. Tanner found out about us because Zach found us.
You're welcome.
And Tanner's just piling in stuff. Yesterday it was a lot of stuff. You brought in quite a bit of stuff today too. Do you know what did Justin say?
385 in store.
Okay, in-store credit.
In-store. Very, very happy with that because I have my eyes on a few things that we talked about down the road.
Yeah, he's looking for a CIB Pokemon Red, so.
Yep, have yellow, have blue, so red is just the next.
And then you got to get like a Japanese green.
I have Japanese yellow, blue, and red. I need Japanese green and I need red.
There you go.
Complete my wall of Pokemon.
It's nothing crazy. You can see just some normal games, and then I think there were a couple of consoles, right?
There was a couple consoles, N64 console, a SP, and then a 3DS. So just some random stuff thrown in.
And then he sold us the 3DS that is broken.
I didn't say it was a quality piece. I said it was there.
But it's a little broken, but it still works. So I don't know how we're gonna price that, and it's also modded. So
once again, surprises all around.
And he did freak me out a little bit because he had the Groudon SP. Now, comment below, is it Groudon, Groudon? How do you pronounce it?
It's Groudon. I've never heard anybody say anything else, but it may be out there.
I'm one of those that said Groudon.
You say Groudon. See,
I always have. I've started kind of saying Groudon.
It's kind of like, it's the great debate of Arceus, Arceus, whatever, like Rayquaza.
Rayquaza?
I thought you said Rayquaza.
A lot of people say Rayquaza.
Yeah. Chase says Nidoking.
Ooh.
What?
Yeah.
That's just gross.
But it's Nido.
Yeah.
It's Nido.
Yeah, like
we're gonna throw him under the bus.
If you're our age and you grew up on the original show,
yes.
Like there's some that are non-negotiable.
Yes.
Others, like we all kind of got to an age where, like for me, I stopped. Some people continued on, but like there's a Rayquaza, Arceus, like all those. Okay, but Nido King. That's just
it hurts my soul when he says it.
It does.
So as always, thanks for coming in, and hopefully we'll get you a Pokemon Red.
Hopefully one day.
And hopefully we can squeeze these out of Tanner's hands sometime.
All right, so we have a pretty exciting update. I know some people have seen this in past videos, this very large 3-system kiosk. It has not worked up to this point. We haven't really tried to mess with it all that much, but here's kind of the inner workings right now. It's just kind of a jumbled mess, so we have someone working on it, trying to get it up and running. This is gonna have an original Xbox, a PS2, and a GameCube, and hopefully we're gonna have this cleaned up, nice and running for the grand opening. That's the goal. We've already had multiple people ask about it, if it's gonna be working at some point, and so I can already tell that some people are excited about it.
So over here in the corner, this is near the clearance section, we put up these new shelves. This is all from like a big trade-in we just had, and then there's some other miscellaneous stuff that we put up here. But I think this fills up pretty empty space. It allows for us to kind of have adjustable shelves to put out some bigger stuff. This is gonna be miscellaneous and figures and who knows what all else. We finally have case 17 up, still on center blocks, so you can see it's on center blocks. We have Vandicrafts, they're doing D&D dice. They look really cool. We're doing a bunch of reorganizing. I talked about it on the store tour, but we are printing like risers and things like that for our cases. And I'll show you, actually, we did it for the cards already. We have risers for the cards, and this makes this look so much better. This looks kind of empty under there, so we might want to try and do something there. This looks so much better. We'll probably print some like lower risers to put there. But then over here, I think this looks incredible. 3D printed some risers for our box games, and I'm gonna put the file on Maker World. You guys, link below if you wanna download it. This is just a good way to show off your box games. You can see we can get 4 in the back, and then we can put 1 in the bottom. This just makes the case look so much better. We're gonna have our sign right here, and then we'll have N64 controllers there. Doing a lot of rearranging on the cases. This one looks a little messy right now, but she hasn't really been able to get to it yet. But that's gonna be more like handhelds. This is PlayStation, and you can see risers would help a lot because this is just taking up a lot of space. But she is working on filling this up, and then we're gonna put some bigger shelves there. Xbox case, but we're also gonna put in some other miscellaneous stuff and probably NES. I think that's pretty much it. Oh, one other small update. Push the shelves over a little bit so that we can get peg wall here so we can start getting third-party controllers up here. These are all the used ones that have just been sitting, and we'll have a small section over here, maybe. Someone pointed out that it makes it hard if someone wanted this game, if there was a peg there. So that's pending. We have a bunch of space there for that. Eventually, I think the plan is to just get a little bit more slat wall to go there. Those are kind of the big updates. A lot of changes, but they should all be good changes.